What's up, everybody? Black Sun back for another video. Hey, it's 6:48 in the morning. I am here at the park super duper early. I was playing some Pokemon this morning on the old Super Famicom, enjoying my Super Game Boy too. And it got me thinking as I was sitting there drinking my coffee. I had a plan of attack, right? I'm leveling up some Pokemon of mine to play Pokemon Stadium with my own Pokemon, the first game from Japan. And it got me thinking, it's really important in life to have a plan, right? And I'm telling you this because I have no plan. So I figured I make this video because it's coming from the heart. Like none of this is contrived or anything like that. And I thought to myself, because if you don't have a plan for long enough, people around you will start to subjugate their own idea of a plan for you, right? And then they might start exerting some pressure on you to try to get you to fulfill that proposed plan that they've made for you because they don't see you making one, even though you might be, and they just can't see any progress being made on that plan. Like take it from me, somebody applying for jobs, right? And family members, they love to help. They want to see you succeed, so it comes from a great place. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. And I mean, hell, man, if you don't have a plan and like you're very sociable like my family is, I mean, other people that we talk to, they might have ideas for you, right? Like the fucking neighbor might have ideas for what you can do work wise or job wise in your life. And I'm making this video because that shit really pisses me off. You know what I mean? It's like not my family, but well, that gets on my nerves. But like when people unrelated to your family start kind of like chipping in ideas for what I should do, or hypothetically what you should do, doesn't that just make you fucking mad? It's like I don't need people giving me ideas for what job I should have, or oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. It's like, no, I want to do what I want to do. It's like I'm doing everything I can on my end, applying for jobs online, putting out applications, having some interviews that seem to go nowhere on the phone or whatever. And it's just, all of it's super duper frustrating. But like, you know, people on the outside, all they see is that you're unemployed. All they see is that you're not doing anything, right? And it's frustrating. It is. I'm not angry. I'm just annoyed. And sometimes it's important in life to have a plan. I had a plan. I did. I still do. My plan is to, well, hopefully my YouTube channel takes off well enough that I can support myself from it, but I know that's not going to be easy. And the only way that happens is if I'm providing quality content that comes from the heart and that's honest to the public. And the public will decide whether or not I'm successful or not. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be for everybody. And has been for everybody for a long time. Not just in YouTube, but in many things in life. Creativity wise, like creatively, music, art, a book. I've written 2 books. I've created hundreds and hundreds of art pieces, drawings, paintings, and I've recorded my fair share of music and, tossed some original pieces on my YouTube channel. But yeah, who deserves to be successful? Well, I would say the one who is tenacious, a little lucky, and, someone who's honest. And that's one thing you guys can always rely on for me, is to find honest, genuine content on this channel. None of my videos are scripted. None of them are edited. I don't do that. There's nothing wrong with editing, by the way. I mean, if my channel got, once, I guess if I feel like one day, maybe I should start editing my videos, then I might. But I really enjoy this heart-to-heart honest content, because I feel like you don't really get a lot of that on YouTube. You get the videos with a lot of jump cuts and whatever, and it's almost like, what did you say there? Like, why didn't you believe in what you said? Why did you jump cut? Why did you cut away there? Why did you Why did you jump cut? Like, why didn't you just, like, you know what I mean? That's how it feels to me. So that's why I don't edit my videos. But I mean, maybe I'm just weird about that. But the point is, guys, have a plan, right? As much as you can. Even if it doesn't seem like you have one, take some steps and be firm. Pull your own strings. Work out your erroneous zones, right? Pulling your own strings means not succumbing to guilt. Everybody's got an idea of what you should and should not do. Everyone's got an idea for where you should work. You don't have to take people's advice if you don't want it, especially if they get pushy about it, especially if they get mean about it, right? Or demeaning or whatever. So, just make a decision, stick firmly to it. You don't have to take whatever job, just because people are trying to force you into thinking that you have to flip burgers at McDonald's. That you don't have to do that. There's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. But if you're trying to find a better paying job that's actually going to get you somewhere that makes you want to get up and go to work, by all means, Now, making $14 an hour or whatever it is better than $0 an hour. That is true. True. But, I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to the idea of being happy and living a balanced, fulfilled life as much as possible, especially people my age and younger. I see it all the time. I hear them talk about this all the time, like Gen Z kids and stuff like that. They're starting to, they're in their 20s, early 20s now and stuff. So just have a plan, dude, because everybody's got something to say. If there's a problem or a perceived problem, somebody out there, I guarantee you, has a solution for you, whether or not it's invited. And that gets super duper annoying. So, it might be friends of your family members, where I live in a small village. I mean, everybody's super connected, and I see the same people at parties and stuff. I don't talk about my business, and neither does, do my family members either. But seemingly, like if you're in your 30s and you're still living at your parents' house like I am, people who grew up in a different time, who might be twice my age, are trying to give my mom advice about what I should do, right? And it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, that's great that you feel like you can comment on my situation. I mean, you know me, but you don't know me that well, right? I don't comment on your son's situation, and how you get on him. But he's got a job. He works at Target. He doesn't really want to work, apparently, but he works at Target, and his mom wants him to get a better job. So what the fuck? Which one is it? It's like you want us to get a job, we get a job, and then you're like, oh, you should look for a better paying job because they want the best for us kids. I get that. But once you have a job, it's like, okay, now look for a better paying one. What? No, it's like, but I already have a job, I mean, that would happen to me. I would have a job, and maybe my dad would say, you should really get a career. And I'm just like, all right, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, it's always something, and that's fine. And I think there comes to a point where you can't, it's not live for thee, it's live for me, right? You know what I mean, homies? You've got to do your own thing, and just stay steadfast. Don't succumb to people's pressure on what you should do, where you should work. And if God forbid, if they try to tell you how to live your life straight to your face, first of all, the balls on that person, way to go. But secondly, some people are just clueless. They really don't. They think they're helping, and I always appreciate when people try to give their 2 cents. I really try to, even though it annoys me, because it's like I don't want people making choices for me and then pressuring me into making that choice that they want me to make. I don't like that. I don't think anybody does, But it's like when you're unemployed, it could be like 6 months or so, and everybody, it just feels like after a while, everybody just kind of dogpiles on you because they're all working. Newsflash, nobody likes working. I don't care who it is, nobody does. Nobody does. It sucks. It's not bad all the time, but every job has its problems, right? It's the case of the Mondays, all that crap. It's just how society is, but because they see that you're not working and they think that you're not doing enough to get a job, they start giving you all these unnecessary, suggestions and recommendations, and then they start hounding you about it and hounding. Don't let them do it. You have the power to walk away at any time you want. You're a human being. Just because that person wants to talk in that moment, you don't have to talk in that moment, right? You have all the right in the world to end the conversation anytime you want. But I'm making this video because I feel like I need this video, guys. A lot of these videos I make them for me as well. Because, we're all in this together. I'm not better than anybody else. I'm not rich and successful. It's not like I don't have to work another day in my life. I wish that was the case. I wish I had the puzzle of life solved. I wish I had that Rubik's Cube solved, even though I can solve a 3x3, but I have a 5x5 in my hands and I don't know the algorithms. I don't know any of the algorithms at all. And I just constantly keep turning that fucking cube. And meanwhile, while I'm turning my own cube of life, I got people in the fucking background saying, you should turn it this way, you should turn it that way. It's like, would you shut the fuck up? Like, what are you doing? Let me fucking solve this on my own. Jesus Christ. I don't know, guys. Well, I thought I'd make this video. It's kind of early in the morning. I'll probably maybe walk to the gas station, get some coffee, shoot some hoops, go for a little walk. Might go get some ramen at 11 for lunch. Who knows? But hey, I hope this video helps somebody. Don't be mean to anybody. I'm never mean to anybody. Some parents, they can get on you because they love you and they want the best for you. It can be hard sometimes. It can be kind of annoying at times. It's like the moment you're unemployed, everybody just hyper focuses on your shit and your situation and starts giving you all these ideas for what you can do and where you can work. It's like, just stop, leave me alone. Like, I don't want people to know my fucking business. You know what I mean? Like, if I lived on my own, nobody would know my business, right? And the only reason why people do know my business is because I fucking live at home, And that drives me nuts too. So anyway, guys, keep on fighting the good fight, brothers and sisters. We're in this together. I'm trying to get my shit figured out. I won't lie to you. It's not easy, man. I can count on one hand how many places I want to work that don't sound like they suck. Like a bookstore would be pretty cool because I love books and I love to read. But the bookstore that I applied to, they said they were urgently hiring and whatever, and it was like a new application on Indeed. I filled it out, called them. You know what they said? They said, oh, we're not actually hiring. We just collect applications and keep them on file for 6 months. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? Why? Oh my God. And then you got to explain that to your family members, why the job you applied for didn't work out. And you got to fucking somehow make it make sense. And it's just fucking stupid, man. It's just so dumb. Getting a job, God, like 20 years ago was not this hard, man. I got my first jobs just by walking in and saying hello and filling out a paper application and just getting a job. But it's hard to do that these days because they just don't want you to do that. They don't, they're like, well, did you apply online? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, jackass, I did apply online, but I'm trying to show you initiative. And now if you try to show people initiative, it's like you're a fucking weirdo. Like, what are you doing? Why are you calling the store asking about your application? If you apply it online, HR is going to get back to you. It's not our job to do that. It's like, I had one guy at fucking Hobby Lobby tell me that my 16 years of retail experience didn't matter and that the $14 an hour pay was set by corporate and I was not able to negotiate my wage at all. You know how demoralizing that is? Like, what the fuck? Like, a lot of people already, not just my age, but older, feel like they're working for nothing. A lot of people feel like they're working to survive and not thrive. You know what I mean? And little by little, as long as inflation's going on and these companies kind of incentivize people to do their best, we get one step closer to a communist kind of system. You know what I mean? Where there's no incentive to do a good job. Everybody is just getting paid the same. Everybody is working for the commune. You know what I mean? I'm exaggerating, guys, to be honest. Obviously, I'm kidding, but it feels like that, because if it doesn't matter how long you've been working in a wide variety of fields, and you can't negotiate your own wage, that sounds like the fucking CCP to me. I don't know, guys. I don't know, man, but I don't know. Man, now I really am craving that coffee. Anyway, guys, pull your own strings. And don't let people try to drag you into a job you really know you're going to hate just because it pays well. I'm going to do a video on the millennial trap probably tomorrow. But yeah, I'll talk more about that later. But, do what you feel is right for you and try your best. It's super duper hard when you got somebody breathing down your neck, or people breathing down your neck, or it seems like everybody's got a solution to your problem and you never asked anybody for one. You know what I mean? You got the busybodies out there. You got the fucking nosy snooper neighbor or whatever. But just keep doing what you got to do, and just try your best to be empathetic and nice to them. It can be hard when you feel like you're under the magnifying glass, and everybody's, like I said, they got something to say about your current situation, and they got something to say about you being in your 30s living at home. You know what I mean? They're looking at you. I got a couple ideas for how to fix this. Fuck you, go away. Is what I want to say. But I always try to be nice. It's hard, when you're trying to be nice, but they just keep going with their questions and their suggestions, and it's like, would you just shut up? You know what I mean? Like, stop. Anyway, guys, this was a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.